Hey, what's up everyone? Danny Lightning back with another CSR2 video. Today we're going to be talking about tuning your car to beat the supply cups. Supply cups care about one thing and one thing only. Does your car beat dyno time? Your car can be unbelievably slow, and as long as it beats dyno time, your car is going to breeze through the supply cup. Now, some cars will not beat their dyno time no matter what you do, so we got to come in here and try to tune the car to make so it does beat dyno. Now, generally, if you move your transmission slider all the way over, all right, let's just say you move that transmission slider all the way over to the left and you're down to like 2.0 or maybe like, 2.8 or 2.7, that's going to make most of your cars beat dyno on the quarter mile. And remember, all supply cups are generally quarter mile races, so you need to make the car beat the dyno on the quarter mile. So now the BMW LBi8, I'm going to choose this one because this is a very hard car to beat dyno with. Now, if let's just say your supply cup is for a specific BMW, you're going to be able to use any BMW in the game that you own. So if you have another BMW that beats dyno, you might want to use that instead. Or let's just say it's a Lamborghini supply cup. All right, you can use any Lamborghini. Let's just say the one you're using, you can't get that Lamborghini to beat dyno. Well, pick a different Lambo. But let's just say you don't have, let's just say this season it's a BMW supply cup and this is the only BMW I have. So what I did is I moved it over to all the way to the left, and this particular pain in the butt of a horrible car did not beat the dyno time. So what I did is I reset it back to stock. I moved the final drive over just a little bit, checked the dyno, did a test run. Moved it over a little bit, checked the dyno, did a test run. Moved it over a little bit, checked the dyno, did the test run. Finally, I found a spot where it was beating dyno by just a little bit more than normal. Like right now, we got an 8.004 on the dyno. And when you move this over, it makes the car slower and it destroys your Evo points. So it's not going to be great for live racing or anything like that once you kind of down tune the car. So let's go ahead and do a test run and see what we run and compare it to the dyno time. Now, this car is only beating dyno by a little teeny bit, so I think this car is probably going to struggle a lot. But most cars, when you do this technique and you move that down, it's going to beat the quarter mile dyno time by, I don't know, maybe like 1/10 of a second or 2 or 3/10 of a second. All right, a lot of cars respond very well to moving that over, but the problem is you lose all your Evo points. It makes the car slower, so it's really only a good way to tune for something like a supply cup, right? Because supply cups don't care how fast your cars are. All they care about is your car beats the dyno time. So if you're trying to do a race where it matters how fast you go, well, this is not going to be a good way to tune your car because it's going to make your car slower. But it will make it beat the dyno time on most cars. All right, so for an example, we just ran a... What'd we run? There we got a 7.978. The last run was 7.970, and we got a dyno time of an 8.004. So that beat the quarter mile dyno time by just a little bit. The last run was a 7.997. All right. So is this going to be beating dyno enough to beat the supply cup? Maybe. It might do it. I can't guarantee it. It's still going to struggle a little bit because it's not beating dyno by much. All right, we got 8004, right? I forget what we just ran, but anyways, the more it beats dyno by, the easier it is to do the supply cups, okay? So let's go ahead and tune this back to where it belongs for the highest Evo tune. And on this particular car, right in the center, the stock position seems to give me the best results. Let's go ahead and do a test run, and we're going to check and see if it's beating dyno at this point. All right, and it's probably not going to do it very well. This car is not generally a dyno beater at all. So moving that final drive over should probably help this car beat dyno by a little bit more. All right, so let's go ahead and do a test run with the tune which I have should give this car the fastest possible time. 3, 2, 1, go. Second to nitrous, third, fourth, fifth, 6th. All right, let's see what time we ran on the quarter mile. What we get? What do we get? Let's find out. Let's find out. So we're back to the fastest possible tune for this car with the current parts that I have installed on it. Remember, anytime you change parts, that's going to change the way your car drives. You got to retune the car every time you change parts. So you can't just copy other people's tunes. There I got 7.498 with a dyno time of a 7.441. So that did not beat the dyno. That ran slower than the dyno. On the fastest tune, this car almost always runs slower than the dyno. Or if you hit the dyno, unfortunately, you're crazy lucky on this particular car. So moving that final drive over to the left and finding just the right spot did allow this particular car to beat the dyno time. So we might be able to make it through a supply cup with this, okay? Maybe, maybe not. I would probably try and find a different BMW that does beat the dyno time, but if you can't, this is the method you're going to use to try and beat these supply cups, all right? Hopefully this video made sense, and we will catch you later. Thanks for watching. See ya.